we have all experienced or know someone who has experienced a time in their life where money was scarce, or maybe there was an abundance of it. How difficult did things seem for you or for them? Did you notice a shift in your mood or their mood? There is an old saying that money cannot buy happiness. The truth is, financial struggle can cause major issues in one's self, household, and children. I am going to tell you about the effects money has on a marriage and a household. It plays a huge role in the dynamics. Whether there's a lack of money or there's an abundance of it, they both have an equally negative effect on a household. I'm going to inform you of 2 points. The first one is the lack of money can cause increased stress in marriage as well as cause long-term effects in children. Living wealthy can also cause a stress on marriage and households. Today I'm going to tell you about how a lack of money can cause added stress to a relationship. CNBC News' Kelly Holland reported in her February 2015 article, Fighting with Your Spouse, It's Probably This, that SunTrust Bank did a survey and 35% of all respondents experiencing relationship stress stated that the main factor was money. SunTrust Bank reports the arguments about money lies with who is the saver and who is the spender, with 34% of all Americans saying that they are the saver and it is their spouse who spends the money. The same article stated that American Psychological Association did a more broader research and that nearly a quarter of all Americans feel some type of financial stress. But lack of money doesn't affect just couples. Children can also be greatly affected by it. Children feel financial strain. Science News released an article by the London School of Economics, Income Directly Affects Children's Outcome, says a new report, which was released in July of 2017, Karis Cooper and Kitty Stewart of the Center of Analysis of Social Exclusion in the Department of Social Policy founded strong evidence between children's outcome and their household income. Cooper states that evidence shows that children growing up lower income households do less well than their peers. This ranges in wider outcomes, including measures of health and education. I have just informed you of the ways that having less money can have an effect on marriage and children. But now I'm going to tell you how having more money can actually affect the household as well. Money can have a negative effect on a marriage even when you're wealthy. In a January 2018 article for the NBC News, Nicole Spector stated in her Why Wealthy May Be Less Successful in Love that Igor Grossman, a psychological professor and research, indicated that rich people are less likely than poorer people to be able to exhibit flexibility, empathy, and all other traits that make up wise reason when it comes to relationships. The article goes on to state that wealthier people have a hard time maintaining relationships because they feel that they can have anything. It gives them a disadvantage when it comes to reasoning, which can put strain on a relationship and their children. Financial advisor Dave Ramsey stated in 2018, the truth about money and relationships, that couples fight most when a spouse makes a significant higher income than the other spouse. Ramsey states that the most effective way to overcome this is to view your assets as ours instead of yours versus mine. It has been learned that wealthy married couples have the same negative characteristics as unmarried people. Bride magazine released a 2018 online article by Kimberly Lawson, Does Money Make a Difference in How Happy Your Marriage Is? That a group of psychologists in a study proves that married people in general exhibit fewer depressive symptoms and have a higher level of household income and more financial security than unmarried people. This was true for low-income families, but when the research looked at higher-income families, they realized the benefit was not there. Rich married people were just as, in some cases, more depressed than unmarried people. Dr. Ben Lennox-Kale, assistant professor of psychology at Georgia State University, stated that the highest levels of income that never married fare better in terms of depression than unmarried. Lack of money is the primary cause of stress in marriage and in the household. Children who grew up in lower income families are affected cognitively compared to their peers. When it comes to money, not just the lack of money can cause stress and depression. Today, I told you all the ways money affects one's life. So I guess what they say is true. You can have a little of it or you can have a lot of it, but either way, you cannot buy your happiness with money.